Hey folks, it's Jeff Johnson with UndergroundTradingLab.com, and I promised you a case study of how I made $210,000 in affiliate commissions promoting somebody else's product in just 9 hours with nothing but free traffic. This is the overview. I'm going to go into a case study later. I'm going to create more video tutorials for you that goes into more specifics, but I need to get a few of the overview things out of the way. So it was $210,000 in approximately 9 hours. That's how long the sales letter was open. I made $180,000 in affiliate commissions. $30,000 of that was for the top affiliate prize. I made $25,000 in cash, and it was actually for the Magic Bullet system. Now, the Magic Bullet system was a $3,000 product that just came out last month. I was the top affiliate. One of the prizes I won was $25,000 cash in a duffel bag. Jay and Amish from the Magic Bullet are literally flying out to Detroit to hand deliver $25,000 on February 24th. So it's pretty sweet. It's not the best prize I've ever won. I'll show you a picture of that in a second, but it's nice. So of the $210,000, $30,000 of it was cash prize money. So let's talk about this. First, the FTC has required new disclaimers and disclosures from us, so let's get those out of the way. It wasn't 9 hours. The sales letter was open 9 hours. The amount of work that I put into it for this particular promotion was less than an hour. I put together a series of emails that I sent out to my list, and also I created a few blog posts on different blogs. If you include the time I spent building lists and different things like that, that's different. But literally, I already have the asset. I already have the email list. I spent less than an hour just pushing the button, writing the copy, and sending it out to my list. And there's a whole technique to how I did it, and I've shared that in my other video tutorials. So if you head on over to my blog or you're on my mailing list, chances are you've already seen some of those video tutorials. 210,000 is not my biggest day ever, not even close, but it's also not my worst day, and it's certainly not my average day. My average day is measured in fives and ten thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, but 210,000 is something I'll take any day of the week, and I'm going to share with you in this overview of how I did it, and then in the future videos, I'll share with you more step-by-step details. Now, I crush it like this on a regular basis because I've been teaching my secrets to thousands of people just like you for the past 5 years. 5 years, I've been sharing it on my blog and in my coaching club, so I must be doing something right. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing for sale. My coaching club is not open. There's no call to action at the end of this that says, buy my product, folks. I promised my list I would share this information, and this is the overview. Now, this is actually a picture of one of my favorite affiliate prizes. I just won 2 pinball machines from Jeff Dietrich for his launch. And it was actually for a free DVD. I mailed it out for a free DVD, and through his power and his magic of upselling, I actually made $19,000 in commission, $2,000 in cash prizes, and 2 pinball machines worth $11,000. This one was delivered to my office. There's a picture of me. It's a bad picture, but it's me. I literally play this thing every day when I'm at the office. And then he had one delivered to my house, the Simpsons pinball machine for my children in the playroom at the house. So they're pretty happy. I'm pretty happy too. So Jeff, thanks. Appreciate the pinball machine. I believe I talked about how I choose those types of offers in a video that's on my blog called Perpetual Payouts Get You Paid Forever. Let's move on. I don't have a lot of time, and this is an overview. So, Mike Hill sent this email out in August or September. The email said Jeff Johnson made over $50,000 during our soft launch, which was in August. Actually, this was talking about the soft launch. I made over $50,000. Then he reopened it up for a full launch, and I was able to generate 86 sales. He was paying, I believe, $1,000 to $1,200 per sale, so I made more like $80,000 to $100,000, but it was a great product, and this was just October of 2009. Then, at the end of October again, Jeff Walker sent an update that said, hey, JJ, that's me, Jeff Johnson, JJ made $127,796.20 in initial commissions. Here's the big point. It's circled in red here in the video. Jeff Walker went on to say that these numbers are way understated, and he emphasized way understated. They only include the full pays in the first payments of the 6-pay option. What that means is that over 70% of the people that bought this product, over 70% of them, chose the multi-pay 6-month pay option. So $127 that I made was just on the initial payment. There were still 5 more payments to come. 70% of the people took that option, so that means I've got a boatload of more money coming my way. Now, also in disclosure, let's talk about refunds. People do refund. People don't finish making all their payments. So I won't collect all of the money. If you normally see somewhere around a 10 to 20% refund rate. So let's say $210,000 and there's a 10% refund rate. I still made $180,000, $190,000 for the CPA Tsunami deal I showed you with Mike Hill, he told me that his refund rate was under 20%. We haven't seen the refund rate yet for this deal. But folks, you know what? It's still a lot of money any way that you cut it. So let's move on. Also, it's not just about internet marketing, folks. I've been teaching people for years. I've been doing it myself. I've had websites and successful businesses that have sold sewing machines online, coffee mugs, high-def televisions. I still love selling high-def televisions. Inflatable air beds, you know, those little aero beds you blow up when a guest come over. I've sold those successfully online. I also have built 50,000 subscriber lists from scratch with nothing but free traffic in the dog market. And that product that I helped get my buddy get it off the ground, and he did all, it was his product, it was his sales copy, his emails that got people to buy. My job was to build the list. My job was to test the conversions of the offer on the front end to get them on the list, and once they got on the list, it was Frank Kern's job to convert them into sales. It was his product. So all I did was build the sites and do the testing for the conversions on the opt-ins, but it was all Frank, and he's a master. He was able to get those people to buy well over $1 million a year worth of dog products, and that's interesting. I've talked about that before. And eBay, I did a case study for my coaching clubs, and it's probably on my blog too, where we did $56,000 in 2 weeks, turned it into a six-figure business. I had no JV partners up front. I didn't use my name. I didn't mail it to my own list. We created the product, we launched it, and the day we went live with the product is the day we started lining up our JV partners. And boom, the snowball rolled, and we made 56 grand in the first 15 days, turned it into a six-figure business. Another case study I did at one of my seminars was for a celebrity blog. It wasn't a celebrity blog, excuse me, it was a membership site. I showed them how I was able to get 25,000 members in just a few weeks, and I got the members, the 25,000 or 30,000 members, to actually create the content for me on the website. And that was another case study I've done in the past. I just want to let you know, for the first time, if people are watching my stuff, it's not just internet marketing. It applies, the concept applies to every market. It's a simple formula, affiliate marketing success formula.